Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
The Sixers absolutely need to trade Ben Simmons, and Mike Singletary can say it better than I can.
I would rather play with 10 people and just get penalized all the way until we got to do something else, rather than play with 11 when I know that right now that person is not sold out to be a part of this team. It is more about them than it is about the team. I cannot play with them, cannot win with them, cannot coach with them, can't do it. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
Now, believe it or not, I can tolerate failure. I'm a Philadelphia sports fan. My DNA is based upon failure. But here's the thing. I can tolerate failure as long as the person involved, or as long as the team involved has tried as hard as they could. For example, this guy, Joel Embiid, works his ass off every single offseason, works his ass off every single game. He plays hurt. He's determined. He clearly gives a shit. The man clearly wants nothing more than to win a title, and to win a title specifically for Philadelphia. So, he's got my support. Tobias Harris, yeah, he's inconsistent. Yeah, he kind of disappointed in the playoffs last year, but he tried. He tried as hard as he could. He was not successful, but at least he tried. Claude Giroux, as much as I love the guy, he has come up short, a little bit short in the playoffs the last few trips the Flyers have made, like when they actually do make the playoffs. But at least Claude Giroux, obviously, from my perspective, works his ass off and gives it his all every time. Even Carson Wentz, yeah, he wasn't perfect, and he was trying to play hero ball the last season of his career in Philadelphia. But I got the sense that he really was trying. You know what I mean? Like, even though he was trying to be hero ball, and maybe he was trying just to make himself look good, at least he was trying. Ben Simmons does not care. That's the thing. Ben Simmons, his entire life, he knew he was going to be in the NBA. So he was counting down the days until it was happening. Now that he's made it, he feels no desire to actually improve himself, improve his game. He's a celebrity now. He doesn't need to. He dates famous models. He dated Kardashian. He doesn't need to try in his mind. He's been the same player since he was 15 years old. He's not made one improvement to his game. In fact, he might have even decreased his own value as a player. Now, I've always, ever since he was a Sixer, I have always had his back. From day one. I always have. And here's proof. Here's a comment I had 2 years ago defending him. Everyone always makes fun of Ben because he hasn't been able to develop a consistent jump shot yet. But here's the thing. He is still able to dominate the game without one. There's not many players in the league who can control the game without shooting, and Ben Simmons is definitely one of them. He's already established himself as one of the best finishers and passers in the league, and his defense is extremely underrated too. Magic Johnson and LeBron, two people Ben is most compared to, couldn't consistently shoot until they were deep into their respective careers. Ben is going to be a star for years into the future. Oh man, I am such a fucking idiot. Thanks for rewarding my faith, Ben. But at this moment in time, the Ben Simmons experiment in the city of Philadelphia for the Philadelphia 76ers should be looked at in a past tense, because this team is going to go nowhere with this guy on the roster. He might put up decent numbers in the regular season, maybe make an all-star game, hell, maybe make an all-NBA team. But you know what? In the playoffs, he is going to be the main reason why this team does not win a championship. You can say Doc Rivers. You know what? Doc Rivers is a playoff choker. We know this. We signed up for this. We didn't sign up for our first overall pick not only being afraid to shoot, but being afraid to score at this point. Ben Simmons is arguably the only professional basketball player who was literally afraid to score in any capacity. This dude doesn't even want to dunk the ball. He doesn't even want to lay it up. And it is extremely frustrating as a fan. Not only because I was not only a Sixers fan, I was a big Ben Simmons fan. I wanted this guy to have nothing but success here. But success isn't really an interest in him. And I don't care what he says, whatever he says about, like, I want to get better. Dude, motherfucker, If you wanted to get better, how come you were in the Olympics? How come you weren't, like, trying as hard as you can to prove to the world that, or prove all your doubters wrong? And now you're cutting all contact with the Sixers? Man, fuck off. Like, I'm not gonna accept you being on this team anymore. I'm not gonna, personally, and I mean this too, and this is not just a thing where it's like, well, I'm never gonna, no, I am not gonna go to a Sixers game until he's gone. That is how adamant I am. Because, say whatever you want about Jeffrey Lurie, or even, as much as I hate to say this, John Middleton, at least they care about the team. Obviously, their main goal is to make money, but at least they care about the team. If the Sixers do not trade Ben Simmons, that shows me that Josh Harris is just in it for money. He wants to put on the facade of a competitive team, even though if Ben Simmons is on the roster, no chance in hell are they going to win a championship. And after the process and after tanking all those years, that was kind of the end goal, right? The end goal wasn't just to make it to the second round and just be another team. No, the end goal was to win a championship. And this guy is keeping you hostage from reaching that goal. So, ship him out. And also, lower your asking price too. Yeah, you don't want to get fleeced by a team, but at the same time, you shouldn't be asking for 4 first-round picks and an entire young core. All that you realize that every other GM in the league saw that series against the Hawks too. They know how much of a liability he is. They know if he's on their team, they're not going to win a championship. So, if you can get like a first-round pick and maybe 2 good young players, I'd settle for that. Or Damian Lillard or De'Aaron Fox, I'll settle for that. Just get this guy off the team. Because at this point, Ben Simmons almost brings negative value to a team. So getting rid of him will be a positive in and of itself. So this guy needs to be off the team. As Mike Singletary put it best, can't win with him, can't coach with him, cannot do it. So, Sixers front office, get it done. Get it done before next season starts, because this city is not going to tolerate this dude being on the team anymore.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now. This is cancer. This is so much cancer that I can feel the tumors